Hey guys, welcome to the Trader Academy once again. So today we'll be talking about a topic that no trader loves to talk about. We're going to talk about the blown accounts. We're going to be talking about the accounts that you must have blown, the accounts that have blown in the past, and the accounts professional traders have actually blown and they don't love to talk about. Now, this is a topic that is quite exciting to me. I love to talk about blown accounts because how else do you learn in Forex? I mean, how else do you learn lessons the hard way in Forex if not for blowing of accounts? Okay, a lot of the things that instill discipline for me personally in trading is because I have a long history of blown accounts, and of course your history does not need to be as long as mine. That's why what we do at the Trader Academy is I try to pass on my entire experience, my 6 years of experience in this market, to all my students. I try as much as possible to help them not to lose, have to lose as much as I lost in Forex for them to actually become profitable. In fact, I have some people at the Trader Academy that have not blown a single account and they are still trading. Okay, now, and they are still profitable actually. So what I try to do most times when I share losses is for you to actually learn from my own experience. I've blown accounts from my pocket money to borrowed money to family money to loan I got from bank. I've blown accounts ranging from $20 account to about $250,000 account. It wasn't my account actually, but however, like, I've blown accounts, like serious accounts, man. So I can tell you this from experience. So whatever I'm going to share with you, trust me, would actually help you. So I actually divided, as I'm actually with my phone here, I divided what I want to say into 5 steps, okay, to make it easy for you, so you know how to recover whenever you blow an account, or if you ever get to blow an account. Okay, so this is not to scare you. This is not to scare you, but to let you know that these things are possible in Forex. And of course, if for any reason you get to experience this side of Forex, you would actually know how to bounce back. Like I said, I've had my own share of blown accounts from a $20 account, $10, $5. The first account I ever funded was $5. Okay, at the time it was about maybe 1,000 or 2,000 naira then, that I can't remember, that I funded, but it was a total of $5. Okay, I funded the account, and of course, definitely the $5 account is destined to blow. So I blew the account. Then over the years, I've told you guys here in this channel that I spent 3 years. I wasted 3 years. I don't even call it I wasted 3 years jumping from one course, from one mentor to the other, for me to before I actually became profitable in Forex. So some of the things I'm sharing with you are my core experiences. Okay, so I've had my own fair share of blown accounts. Okay, so I've blown accounts from $5 all the way up to $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 account, $50,000 account, $100,000 investment account. It's a very shameful thing actually, but however, actually blew an account of over $150,000. It was a client's account, but however, it's a long story. Okay, I won't go into that, but however, just know that this guy talking to you right here has blown accounts. So there's nobody more qualified to do this topic than myself. Okay, so if you listen for about a few minutes I will be spending this particular video, I will teach you how I've been able to recover, and how, of course, I know definitely you recover. Okay, so number one, what do you do after a blown account? Now, I said I divided this thing into 5 steps to make it much more easier for you. So with each step, I will tell you what to do, after during any particular stage of recovery. Okay, so these are the 5 steps. Number one, what do you do when, let's say, you funded a $50 or $100 or $200 or $1,000, $20,000 account, and the account goes poof? Number one, what do? Take a week off. Now, this is something I can't stop advising people. There are some times that you just should not be trading. It's not because you don't know what you're doing, but simply you need to find out what you are doing wrong. Now, for you to blow account means that you definitely did something wrong, and most times it all boils down to your risk management. Okay, because if you're trading let's say 1% of your account, you will have to lose consistently, like for 100 trades, for you to lose a whole account. So it all boils down to risk management. Anytime, every single time, personally, that's my own experience, every single time that you blow an account, it's because your risk management is wrong. Either you are, for instance, the accounts I've blown, like the accounts that I won't say I blew, like the big accounts, the $50,000 account, $100,000 account, $150,000 account. I wouldn't say it's actually me that blew the account, but of course it was under my management. But however, it was trading with an expert advisor, a robot, so it actually blew under my watch. Okay, not like I did anything wrong per se, not like I took like bad trades, but the accounts blew under my watch. Like while I was watching it, I didn't know how to manage the trades and all of that. Mistakes repeated again. Before I know it, $150,000 poof. Really very shameful experience. I don't even like sharing this, but however, I'll have to tell you, okay, because I don't know how many accounts we might blow in the future, so that this is encouraging to you, so that you don't give up. So this happens years ago, so I've been able to, of course, recover all and bouncing back much more better than I was even before it happened. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. You need to take a week off. Now, during your week off, what do you do? Now, this is step 2. During your week off, what do you do? This is the time to make assessments. Okay, this is the time to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions like, why did this account blow? That's the first question. Number 2, what did I do wrong? Number 3, what is wrong? Is there anything wrong with my strategy? Number 4, what's my risk management? How good is my risk management? Because some people have like really bad risk management and they don't know there's anything bad with it. Okay, now let me tell you, once you discover, because let me be sincere with you, success in trading all boils down to good risk management. That's just it. No matter how good your strategy is, if your risk management is bad, just forget it. Even if the strategy is winning 90% of the time, you still end up in losses if your risk management is bad. Okay, so what do you during your reassessment, you ask yourself those questions. Why am I losing? Why did I blow the account? Now you'll find out that by the time you tally all the answers and begin to assess all the answers, you sincere, because this is the time to be sincere. This is not the time. See, let me tell you, my guy, in this Forex, pride will always lead to a fall, anywhere, any time. But however, in Forex, it leads you faster to a fall. Okay, if you are not sincere with yourself to tell yourself that, if let's say that is your strategy that is a problem, to tell yourself the truth that, Kai, this my strategy is bad, and face it that your strategy is bad, you will never find a way to actually make much more profitable trades going forward. You just keep blowing accounts. So first thing you need to do is to be sincere with yourself. Now, number 1, my trading strategy is bad. Okay, so what do? I need to back test again. I need to go back to the chart, practice it. Probably you might need to even go back to a demo. Well, I'm coming to that actually. So you might need to do something about your strategy if your strategy is something that is the wrong factor that is making you blow accounts. Okay, number 2 is you need to if it's your risk management that is wrong, you need to assess it. Tell yourself the truth. I'm greedy. Simple. Because sometimes you need to see, let me tell you, sometimes you need to tell yourself the truth in these things. Okay, there's some time I had these things I'm telling you are things I did actually for me to actually recover and become good, really excellent trader, like over this past 3 years going to 4 years now. These are things I had to sit down and talk to myself, tell myself. I told myself, young man, you are greedy. You are just greedy. You want to blow in 2 days, because of course by the time you look at all the fast cars out there, you look at the good houses that other guys like yourself, maybe even younger than you just look like, how are these guys doing it? And you just want to just go and take your own risk, not knowing that these other guys, there's some other things they're not telling you. In the Forex bootcamp, because I teach them some things about trading psychology that nobody else anywhere tells. Some of these guys, you see out there telling you about Forex, all of that. Well, let me not just, I think I should just leave the exclusive to the Forex bootcamp students. But however, what I'm just trying to say is assess yourself and don't try to compare your results with what other guys actually have, and don't try to compare yourself with what other guys are doing. And because of that, those kind of things you're seeing, you're looking at, they just keep sponsoring your greed. Okay, so I just told myself the truth, guy, you're greedy, man. You're just being greedy. You're being impatient. You just want to boof with the Forex market, and tomorrow you just buy a very big car and all of that. But I had to tell myself the truth. Okay, so those are things you need to face it. Assess yourself, be sincere with the assessment, don't hide nothing. Okay, that's number 2. Now number 3 is I wrote these things down so I don't forget. Now, number 3 is refund. Now, by the time you're done with the assessment, you need to refund. Now, refunding the account, refund with a smaller account. For instance, if you blew $100, don't refund with 500. Refund with, let's say, $100. Now, what the reason why I say this is, if you refund with the $500, you are unknown to you. You have unconsciously put yourself under pressure to recover. Okay, and one thing I've come to know in this forex market, you never revenge the forex market. You never win a battle of revenge against the forex market. It will always win. Anytime you come to this market, you want to revenge. You lost $500, you're putting back 500 for you to recover your 500. You will lose that 500 again. Trust me, I assure you that. Okay, so refund with a smaller account. If only like $100 account. Now, in the $100 account, what you're trying to do is to learn to grow. Okay, now that brings us to the fourth step. Now, the fourth step is where you begin to prioritize progress against profits. Now, one of the things I've seen people do in forex is I've seen traders that are really good traders, but they don't even know they are good traders because they feel like their profit is not big enough to qualify them to be called good traders. Now, before I started, being open to people investing in my trading, giving me a lot of money to trade for them and all of them, portfolios to manage for them, I came to a point where I first of all became confident in the fact that if I can move, let's say, $1,000 to $1,200 in 3 months, that is 20%. I teach people at the academy that prioritize percentage against profits. If you can move $1,000, trade it patiently till it becomes $1,200, and let's say you do that, you're able to do that in 3 months. That means that if for any reason we give you $1 million, that means you can make $1.2 million in 3 months. If we give you $100 million, that means you can make $120 million in 3 months. So if you prioritize progress ahead of profits, you become much more confident as a trader. The reason why people, even good traders, fail is because, let's say they have just a very small account of $500, and by the time they look at the guys that are trading the 20.0 lot size, 50.0 lot size, and they are making like $20,000 in one trade, and you that is using, you have a $500 account and you're using a lot size of, let's say, 0.05, and you're making maybe, let's say, $50 in a month, in a full month, that's like 10% of $500. You feel like you're not doing anything much, but not knowing that those other guys, the accounts that they blow, they don't show you. Nobody shares their losses. Okay, now this is like one of the very, I don't know, maybe other channels you probably see this, I don't know, but I think like this is like the first channel where a professional trader like myself is coming to share the loss aspect with you, because nobody loves talking about the losses. Okay, they just show you the wins, but they don't tell you that for them to even make that $20,000, they probably must have lost like $100,000 gambling their money in the past, but they don't tell you that part. Okay, so you need to prioritize progress ahead of profits. Okay, so focus on percentage. If you have $100 account and you're able to confidently, patiently trade the account to let's say 10%, that's make $110 in 1 month, that's a whole lot of progress. A whole lot of progress. I had a professional trader say one time, and he's a mentor I actually look up to like very much. He said that if you're able to trade an account for 1 full year without blowing it, you did not make any profit, however, but you did not blow an account for 1 year, you are already a good trader. So it all boils down to risk management. If you're able to trade, let me say that again so that you get this thing into your heart and never forget it. If you're able to trade an account, even if it's $100, even if it's $50, you're able to trade the account. Let's not go to, let's say 6 months. Let's not do 1 year. If you're able to trade the account for 6 months, you did not make any profit. That's at the end of 6 months, you have like $51, or let's say $48. That's if you're starting with $50. At the end of 6 months, you have $51, or let's say $48. Let's say maybe $55, or let's say maybe $45 thereabout, something within the range of your startup capital, and you did not blow the account. You are already an excellent trader. The only thing you just need to work on now is your risk to reward ratio. Okay, so that's the fourth step. The first step, learn to prioritize progress first. more than you prioritize profit. Okay, it's okay to make the big profits, but of course you need a big capital to make big profits. Now see, I tell guys even at the academy during the bootcamp courses that trading is a profession. That's why a good trader is called a professional trader, because he's a professional. It doesn't take 2 days to become a medical doctor. For you to become a medical doctor, you spend 6 years in school. I'm a physical therapist by profession. I did 5 years in school for them to certify me as a physical therapist, as a physiotherapist. So it takes that long for me to become a professional. So how do you think that you just come into Forex and in 3 months you begin to call yourself? I see people out there just because they make like they made it. I see a lot of people do a lot of very funny things. Okay, just you're maybe 3 months into trading, because you've made little profits, you just call yourself Forex doctor. Just take on one name like that, man. Take a chill pill, man. This Forex, we've been here for a while. Okay, like I can tell you like the downsides of trading, and also you need to really need to be coming down. Okay, so it takes a lot to become profitable, so you need to prioritize progress much more than you prioritize profits. Now by the time you've been able to grow that to your $100 account, remember we are trying to recover from a blown account of $500, so we are recovering now. The first step is where the third step is where you fund a small account. The fourth step is where you begin to prioritize progress more than you prioritize profits. Okay, so you have your $100 and you're able now to build your $100, trade it confidently till about 100 and let's say $150. That's like 50% of the account. That's okay. Now it's time to refund your account. Okay, because what the third and the fourth step does for you, it gives you the confidence to let you know that you can do this. Yes, you have blown an account, that's fine. People, of course, we've all blown accounts in the past. I've already shared my own story with you, but the first step is where you now begin to regain your confidence. Because another reason why people blow accounts is because of fear. They are afraid. For instance, let's say, let me tell you one of the reasons why I personally blew some accounts in the past. Let's say you fund an account with $1,000 and you have a drawdown of like 80%, or like 20%. Sorry, that means your account, you have $1,000 and you now have like $800 remaining. You are under pressure because now you are afraid. The first thing, the first fear that comes to you is, can I recover this to $800? Can I recover it and push the account back to $1,000? That's the first fear, and that fear will predispose you to start taking bigger lot sizes, because you now want to. You are afraid that I can't with the 2% I'm risking. It might take a long while, okay, for me to recover my capital at least. That's the first thing. You are afraid. Now the second thing is, now you are impatient, because you're not imagining how many trades you have to take now for me to recover back my $1,000. You are now afraid, and you are now becoming impatient, and you start taking like really terrible trades. Just start taking higher lot sizes just for you to recover your $1,000, because inside your mind you're telling yourself that once I have back my $1,000, then I'll start trading small again. So see, trust me, that's the demon of blown accounts calling your name. Calling your name. Okay, so don't fall to that trap of being under pressure to recover your money back to the capital, then tell yourself that once you're back to your $1,000, then you start taking it easy again. It's a lie. Once you're down 20%, continue doing what you were doing. Don't increase your lot size for you to get back your capital or whatever it is. Don't fall to that trap. Okay, so we are the final step where we now refunded, because now we have confidence that our trading is good. So refund with your $500, and make sure you continue to prioritize progress more than you prioritize results. Now the Trading Academy, we teach one part of the module of the courses where we handle how to get investors. Let's just be sincere. At some point in your trading, you find out that you need investors. This one, I'm being sincere. Nobody will tell you this. At some point, you need investors. You need people who would either investors in terms of maybe getting family and friends to put some money up with you, maybe pool of money for you to trade like bigger lot sizes and make much more money, or prop firms. Okay, any of them are we can categorize them as investors. So you need people that will help your trading. This is your $100 account. If you're obeying like serious and sincere risk management, when will you grow $100 to even become $5,000? It will take like 2 years. And if you're anybody like me who would want to just $2,000 in 2 years, you understand? So you trust me, you need big capital. That's just the fact. Okay, but you need to come to a point where you trust your trading enough for you to even seek for investors. Because if you can't build a $100 account, confidently build it to $200, what's the confidence that you can do if somebody gives you $10,000 that you can move it to $20,000? Once you have a $10,000 and you're down to like $8,000, you're already under pressure because you've not done it before. You've not recovered 20% and entered profit. You've not recovered 20% of your lost capital and pushed it back to profit. So what gives you confidence that you can do it with a $20,000 account? You will be impatient, you will be afraid, and you take rubbish trades. Okay, so this video is becoming longer than I expected it to be, but however, that's just the 5 steps that you need to take. So let's do a quick recap. Number 1, when you blow account, number 1, take a week off. Okay, that's the first thing. Just leave trading. Okay, just leave trading alone. It will not run away. Just for 1 week. Okay, 1 week is enough. Okay, you can do this for 3 days actually, but however, let's just use 1 week as the benchmark. Number 2, what are you doing during your time off? Number 2, you're doing your assessment. You're assessing your trading. Why did I lose my money? Why did I blow my account? What is wrong with my trading style? What is wrong with my strategy? Am I trading at the wrong time? Am I trading with the wrong strategy? Am I using the wrong indicators? What am I doing wrong? That's what you do during the assessment stage, and you're sincere with yourself. When you find out the reasons for these things, write them down somewhere so you don't forget them and so you have them at the back of your mind. Number 3, refund with a small account. If you lose $1,000, refund with $200. Divide whatever account size you lost by 5, refund 20%. Okay, refund. Now what you are doing at the stage of refund is to regain your confidence, because what happens when people blow account, you lose confidence to even enter trades. You understand? So you need to regain back your confidence. So that's the one of the first things to do. So that's why on the 3rd step, you refund a small account. And the 4th step is begin to prioritize progress ahead of profits. Okay, when you have the small account, your whole goal is not to recover back your money. You're trying to learn to grow. Okay, grow progressively. Okay, you are learning to grow progressively. Okay, so 100, let's say you lost 500, refund 100, you're looking to make back at least 50% in, let's say, 3 months. Give yourself a goal that I'm hoping that I'll recover at least, I'll do 50% on this account in, let's say, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. But however, 50% is the goal, or even 100%. Just give yourself a goal to build that confidence. Okay, now once you're done with that, then you move to the last step, which is refund back with your initial capital. Okay, now you have your confidence is back in trading. You are not afraid when you lose trade, even if you have a drawdown of, let's say, 10, 15, 20% of your account size, because you've probably experienced that in a small account and you did not give up. You did your trading thing and you recovered back 20% of your capital and even made profit. It gives you the confidence that even if you're down 10%, 20%, 50, 30% on your big, your real capital right now, you're not going to go haywire and take like really rubbish trades just because you're afraid or just because you're impatient. Okay, so I'm hoping that this actually helps you. This is actually have been able to recover all my losses in the forex market, and like really enjoying profits all the way. Okay, so and one more thing before I go, this is just my personal advice to all of you guys out there probably that have blown a lot of accounts. Trust me, this is like the king of accounts blowings. Okay, I've blown accounts. I've seen accounts blow under my watch. I've seen accounts blow under my management, and trust me, it's a painful thing. But one of the things I've come to find out in trading, man, is every professional trader out there have their own history of blown accounts. If some of them, I know a very good trader who I look up to, who paid loan, was repaying money, debts he had, from investors' money for 10 years. But today he's like the most successful trader I know currently in this country. Okay, he's like one of the best guys I know in forex trading right now. But it took him 10 years to repay debts. Okay, some of the things he might not share it publicly, but some of us who are trying to look up to him, for mentorship and all of that, he tells us the truth. Okay, so some of these things somebody tells you, all you just see is just the flashy cars, the good life, the vacations, the trips, but they don't tell you this part of trading. So it is part of trading. That's what I'm trying to tell you. At some point in your trading experience, you probably blown an account. You've not blown an account, excellent, that's good. I personally, it's a good thing for me, because a lot of my students, some of my students, at the Trade Academy, they've actually not blown any account, which I really love that. I'm happy for that, actually. But it doesn't mean that at some point, if they blow an account, that they have become bad trader. That's not true. We've all blown an account at some point. Even at some point about when I felt like I was that good, I've become that good, I still blew an account. You understand? So these are experiences that you probably have in your trading journey. Okay, so I hope this encourages you and helps you to get out of debt, get out of losses. Maybe another video I'll tell you about how to recover, how to repay debt, and how to come out of debt. Okay, so that said, have a wonderful day ahead. Go ahead, click on the subscribe button if you've not subscribed to this channel. Like, seriously, man, what are you waiting for? Click on that subscribe button, click on the notification bell, so that every single time I do a video like this, so that you do not actually miss it. Okay, so that said, catch you some other time.